Hello, Nature Nick, back again. I'm coming back from a show now, and a school show, and I'm just gonna have another rant. I don't know why I get so angry when I'm driving. Okay, maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know. Just very angry when we're driving. But this is something that's really been bothering me. There's another law that New York State is like so close to passing, and it just drives me up the wall. As right now, it's a bill. It's going to be law very soon, no doubt about it. They're going to make it illegal in New York State for a pet store to sell puppies, kittens, rabbits. Why? Why does this have to be a thing? Why is this a law? Okay, I'll tell you why there was the impetus for this law. Okay, I don't know when it started. I think it was in the 1990s. People started calling any large commercial operation that sold puppies and bred puppies for pet stores, they called them a puppy mill. It was a great term, great marketing term to get everybody against it, and all these animal welfare organizations came out and said, anytime you buy a puppy from a pet store, you are supporting a puppy mill. Every single puppy in a pet store is a puppy mill dog. Okay, let me tell you what reality is. It is perfectly legal in the United States if you wake up one morning and you say you want to make a living selling dogs, selling puppies, and you have enough property to have a commercial operation to do that. There are licenses you would get. There are people who police you, and you can do that. That's perfectly legal and allowed in the United States. You have the right to do that. We have an entrepreneurial spirit in this country. For some reason, when you want to make a living working with animals, it becomes wrong, and it rubs people the wrong way. And why does it rub people the wrong way? Because they're jealous that they cannot have a full-time career working with animals. I run into this all the time. They're not puppy mills. They're a large commercial operation that sells puppies commercially to pet stores and retail outlets. There's nothing wrong with that. Every once in a while, does a puppy get sick that you're buying from a pet store? Yes. Is every one of these commercial operations an angel and doing everything by the book? No, there's a few bad apples in everything. Everyone included. Every career, every industry has a few bad apples in it. But for the most part, these commercial operations are by the book and fine. Do you know how many puppies people buy from pet stores every single year and have wonderful, loving, healthy pets that are part of their family? So this is what the whole impetus is, that puppy mills are morally wrong. And this is all propaganda started by animal welfare advocates who are essentially frustrated that people wouldn't want to jump through all their hoops to adopt a dog or a cat from them. People don't want to be dealing with a home check. People don't want you harassing their work colleagues and boss and supervisor at work asking for a character reference. People don't want to be inconvenienced with a home check and making sure you have a yard and your fence is this high and this and that. People would rather just go to the local mall and buy a puppy and buy something they want. Some people want a purebred dog. Where are they supposed to go? Reputable breeders? Oh yeah, they're a dime a dozen. They're everywhere. Let's say I want a boxer puppy. Yeah, there's a boxer breeder right around the corner from my house. No, I'll go into a pet store. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. You can go to a pet store to buy a dog. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what the issue is. And it's like when you buy anything else, you ask for a guarantee. Is there a guarantee? No, there's no guarantee. Why is there no guarantee? Most pet stores offer a health guarantee if you bring it to a veterinarian within 2 weeks. If the veterinarian finds anything wrong with the puppy, either the pet store agrees in their sales agreement to reimburse you for the vet bills, or they'll offer to replace the puppy. And people say, no, my family's bonded to the puppy. And this is what happens. People buy a puppy, they bring it to the veterinarian. Within 2 weeks, the veterinarian might diagnose something like kennel cough, which every puppy gets. And They call the pet store, and the pet store says, we'll give you a new puppy. They say, no, my family's bonded to the puppy. I don't think that's not fair to my family. I love the puppy, this and that. Okay, well, our policy is if there's something wrong with the puppy, we will replace it within 2 weeks. And you're opting not to replace it. That's okay. That's your prerogative. You would think that would be the end of it. No. Then people start bad-mouthing the pet store, that the pet store is selling sick puppies and nobody go to that pet store and I got a puppy mill dog and this isn't right. Okay? That's wrong. That's the wrong way of looking at it. Okay? That's where a lot of this has started. Nobody in this country wants to take responsibility for their own actions. All right? If you want a dog that's completely 100% healthy, it doesn't happen. They're like babies. Puppies get sick. As a new parent, babies get sick. Puppies get sick. You got to bring them to the doctor, to the vet. It's not the fault of the pet store. It's the nature of the beast. It's how it is. So it's just incredulous that they're trying to legislate this now. I cannot believe it. What are people supposed to do when they want a puppy? Not everybody wants to go to an animal shelter and buy a mixed breed dog that's 2, 3, 4 years old and has all these behavioral problems. Of course, the rescue organizations will say, oh, we're working on him with this. He's much better than he used to be. You got to keep doing it. No, people don't want to deal with that. People would rather a puppy that they can raise from a young age, and they know if it's a purebred, they know exactly how big it's going to be when it's full grown. It's starting with a clean slate. They know what the dog looks like. They know what it's going to look like. They know all the experiences that the dog will have had. And that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not morally incomprehensible that people want to do that. It's why do these legislators are like big hypocrites, because a lot of them buy puppies in pet stores. It just drives me up the wall. If you're against puppies in pet stores, God bless you. I'm not saying I don't disagree with you. If that's your opinion that you have formulated in your brain for whatever reason, that's okay. You're entitled to that opinion. You're not wrong. And you don't have to shop in a pet store. If you don't like pet stores, don't buy a pet for your family in a pet store. If you think there's nothing wrong with pet stores, and for all the reasons I mentioned, you want to buy a puppy in a pet store, you can do it. That's fine. That's your right to do that. Don't worry that somebody's going to judge you and say, oh, it's a puppy store. That's a puppy store puppy. Oh, you should have gone to a rescue organization. All right? That's a very black and white way of looking at this, and it's not so black and white. I know many people who tried doing the right thing, and going to animal rescue organizations, and there's many in New York where I live, and the animal rescue organization made their life hell. They had to do a home check, had to do a vet reference, and if there was a snag in any of these things, and an application that rivals a mortgage application, and if there's one little snag in the paper, no, we're not adopting the dog to you. And do you know what happens when these organizations do that? People get very annoyed, and they go to the pet store, drive to the pet store, and they buy a puppy for a couple of $100s. Okay? That's how it is. That's how human nature is. That's what they've done. For some reason, they've somehow gotten into legislators in New York and said, we don't like people doing that. We want to force everybody to adopt a dog from an animal shelter. Not only is that not going to happen, I'll tell you, here's what's going to happen. When this law plays out and puppies are going to disappear from pet stores, do you think people are going to go to the local pound to get a dog that's like 5 years old and not housebroken? No. People are going to pick up the newspaper and in the classified ads, and they're going to see all these people that are backyard breeders that don't know what the hell they're doing and breed dogs, and they have their own as a side thing, as a hobby, so they're not as professional. They don't have a vet on call, which is what all these commercial operations had in the South, in these rural areas. And they just churn out puppies. They don't breed them to a standard, and they just list them in Craigslist or in newspapers for a couple of $100s. And that's where people are going to start getting their puppies. The whole industry is going to go underground. This is why legislating and over-regulating things does not work. I'm so sick of it in this country. Enough. Enough. If you want to buy a puppy from a pet store, you should have the right to do that. And I tried to make this point clear in my declawing cat video, and I got so many hate things and so many trolls that said declawing is barbaric, declawing is this, you're an uninformed moron, da-da-da. The whole point of that video and the whole point of this video, I'm not telling you that puppies, that selling pets, and that anyone who disagrees with me is wrong. That's not the point of this video. The point of the declawing cat video, I'm not saying declawing a cat is great and anyone who disagrees with me is wrong. That's not the point of these videos. The point of my videos is that you should be allowed to make your own decisions without the government interfering in your life. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the government telling me if I want to buy a dog for my family where I have to go to buy it or get it or source it. I'm tired of the government if I have a cat that's destroying my house and I've had the cat for 12 years and I really don't want to give the cat up, but it's destroying my furniture and my spouse is riding me and it's like close to causing a divorce. I don't want the government telling me you can't even declaw the cat. Don't even think about it. That's not even an option. You're going to drop the cat in an animal shelter. Okay? I'm tired of the government telling me how to live my life. I don't like the government telling me you have to get your car inspected once a year. I know that I have to maintain my car, otherwise it's going to crash and burn and leave me stranded on the side of the road. I know all of this. I don't want the government telling me I have to do these things. It's annoying. You have to buy homeowners insurance, and it's a requirement on your mortgage. I know I'm going to buy homeowners insurance. It's my right. It's my choice. Have to buy health insurance now. Have to. Well, they recently changed that, but don't even get me, that's enough said. All right, so that's my rant for the day. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. If you're a troll and you put nothing but hate, your comment, it's gone. Okay, so I'm letting you know right now. Okay, if you have something constructive to add, I agree with you, Nick, on points A, B, and C. I disagree on this. Maybe you're a little misinformed on this. I was under the impression X, Y, and Z. Great. I want to express ideas, okay? And show me your ideas. Maybe I'm missing something in my argument. Great. Can you just be civil, be polite. Don't be hateful. Don't be mean. Don't say I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day. This is Nature Nick. Enjoy all of the animals, all of the people in your life.